The highlights of today's defense news, 16th of December 25. Sisir Radar raises $7 million to launch India's first private L-Band SAR satellite by 2026. Russian President Putin signs landmark military logistics pact with India, enabling warship and aircraft access. Rafale fighter jets to get made in India AESA radar parts in major defense push. Raghu Vamsi Aerospace launches deeptech facility in Hyderabad, unveils 6 indigenous UAV systems. Astrobase builds India's most advanced full-flow staged combustion rocket engine. Defense acquisition overhaul on cards with graded local content single vendor mode. DRDO initiates critical phase of Netra Mark II, inviting private sector to develop antenna metallic hood. Sanlayan Group high voltage power supply among 7 DRDO technologies transferred to the armed forces. In the global highlights, EOS expands export footprint with $80 million South Korean laser weapon deal. Hensoldt to supply Spexer radars to Rheinmetall. US and Israel team up to create world's first NDAA compliant fiber optic FPV drone. NATO chooses 150 firms for 2026 Fast Track Defense Tech Challenge. The news in detail. Indian space and defense technology startup Sisir Radar has raised $7 million in Series A funding led by 361 Asset with participation from Shastra VC. The funding will support the launch of India's first privately developed L-band synthetic aperture radar satellite scheduled for 2026. Designed, engineered and built entirely in India, the satellite will deliver high-resolution, all-weather imagery for applications spanning national security, environmental monitoring, urban planning, and disaster management. Sisir Radar has developed the world's highest resolution L and P band SAR and has won 2 Innovations for Defense Excellence challenges to build specialized SAR satellites for the Air Force. Synthetic aperture radar is an advanced remote sensing technology capable of delivering continuous high-resolution imagery regardless of cloud cover, darkness, smoke, or terrain. Sisir Radar is developing next-generation SAR systems deployable across spaceborne and airborne platforms, enabling around-the-clock situational awareness. Russian President Vladimir Putin signed into federal law a major military cooperation agreement with India, formalizing a pact that has been cleared earlier this month by both chambers of the Russian parliament. The agreement, officially known as the Reciprocal Exchange of Logistics Support (RELOS), sets out procedures governing the movement of military formations, warships, and military aircrafts between Russia and India, as well as the arrangements for providing logistical support to each other's forces. The agreement is designed to regulate not only the dispatch of troops and military equipment, but also the logistics associated with such deployments. This includes support services that may be required when forces from either country operate on the other's territory. The established framework is intended to be applied during joint military exercises and training activities and situations involving humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations. The agreement also allows for its provisions to be used in other scenarios subject to mutual consent by both sides. Thales has awarded SFO Technologies a contract to manufacture complex wired structures for the RBE-2 AESA radar used on Rafale fighter jets. The contract is part of Thales's broader Make in India strategy to localize the production of high-value radar subsystems for the armed forces. It follows India's recent order of 26 Rafale aircraft for the Navy. Under the agreement, SFO Technologies will produce technically advanced wired structures for the RBE-2 AESA radar, a critical component of the Rafale platform. The partnership is expected to enhance indigenous capabilities across precision machining, assembly and wiring, electronics, microelectronics, and complex system integration. SFO Technologies, the flagship company of Nest Group, incorporated in 1990, provides total ODM plus solutions to diverse industries like aerospace and defense, communications, energy and industrial, healthcare and transportation. It has a global footprint and facilities in Kochi, Trivandrum, Bangalore, Mysore and Pune. Raghu Vamsi Aerospace Group announced the launch of a new deeptech design, production and integration facility and also unveiled 6 indigenous UAV and autonomous defense products. With an investment of over 100 crore rupees in new manufacturing and technology development at the Citadel campus in Hardware Park near Hyderabad International Airport, the 25,000 square feet campus will house design to assembly manufacturing for UAVs, engines, and advanced defense systems. The company introduced 6 new defense products, which include jet powered loitering munitions, decoy drones, target drones, tethered surveillance drones, air based missile launchers, micro turbojet engines, long endurance kamikaze UAVs, UGVs, autonomous ground combat systems, and robotic aircraft maintenance solutions covering surveillance, deep strike, battlefield logistics, and mission support. The products will exceed a range of 300 kilometers with speeds up to 650 kilometers per hour. The group further announced signing of 4 MOUs with Indian Army, Bharat Dynamics, IIIT Hyderabad, and ARCI. Astrobase, an Indian startup, is building a high-performance methane engine for future launch vehicles. The company was founded in 2024 by industry and space flight veterans. The engine uses liquid oxygen and methane propellants. This cycle is among the most efficient propulsion systems available. Only a few global companies have successfully attempted this design. Founded in 2024 by Neeraj Khandelwal, co-founder of CoinDCX, and Devakumar Thamisetti, an ex-ISRO scientist. With highly experienced ex-ISRO scientists and industry people, Astrobase is building a high-performance 800 kilonewton full flow staged combustion cycle LOX methane engine, same cycle as SpaceX Raptor. A subscale hot fire was successfully completed in September 2025. Full-scale test fires and stage-level testings are planned from 2026 onwards. 7 of these engines will power their medium-lift launch vehicle of 4 meters diameter. The booster stage is reusable component of this launch system, similar to Falcon 9. They are targeting a maiden launch of this rocket in 2029. DRDO has officially launched a crucial phase in the development of India's next-generation airborne surveillance capabilities. The Center for Airborne Systems has released its first open tender for the Netra Mark II Airborne Early Warning and Control System program. This tender invites Indian private aerospace companies to design and manufacture the metallic hood, the critical aerodynamic structure that will house the aircraft's primary radar. This move signals the beginning of extensive industry involvement in the 11,000 crore project, which aims to bolster the Air Force surveillance net against adversaries. The Netra Mark II program is designed to bridge the gap between the smaller Embraer-based Netra Mark I jets and the larger Russian IL-76 based Falcon AWACS currently operated by the Air Force. Under this project, DRDO will deliver 6 Airbus A321 aircraft transformed into eyes in the sky by the 2031-32 timeline. These aircraft are being sourced from the Air India fleet and will undergo extensive structural modifications to carry the massive radar systems. Once operational, they will provide a significant boost to India's situational awareness, capable of detecting and tracking enemy aircraft, drones, and missiles deep inside hostile territory. Sanlayan Group company Versabyte Data Systems transferred its indigenously developed high-voltage power supply for active self-protection jammers to the armed forces. The handover took place at DRDO Bhavan and was formally showcased among 7 other technologies, all developed under the Technology Development Fund. The high-voltage airborne power supply from Versabyte Data Systems, now officially transferred to the armed forces, is a mission-critical subsystem used in active self-protection jammers, pulse and continuous wave, enhancing aircraft survivability and mission success. The system was co-developed through close collaboration between DRDO scientists and Versabyte's engineering teams, reflecting the company's nearly 4 decades of expertise in rugged, high-reliability power electronics. This technology is among the 7 innovations handed over under the DRDO's TDF, each designed, engineered, and validated entirely by Indian industry. That's the news for today. We hope you have enjoyed the news. Please do subscribe to our channel and do give us your feedback. Thank you.